Morning all. You know what time it is. It's Sunday morning coffee, my chat with you folks. I think I'm going to be in Ars here in a minute and see if I can't get Street Rodder on the horn. I know he's not up online, which means he's not on his phone. We'll see. So, quite frankly, the last 3 weeks has been dreadfully slow. We've gotten a lot done on the Monte Carlo, but the clips are short and small. Sometime next week I'll be publishing another video on that 71 Monte. I'm very disappointed my glass guy didn't make it out Friday and didn't call, so far as I know. I may have missed a call. So we'll see about that. I had a 67 Chevelle. You guys got the first portion of the carburetor build video. It runs E85, new gas tank, new gas lines, is braided steel competition type lines with the threaded fittings and everything. Beautiful, beautiful setup. I got some footage from us being there. So went through a very prolonged episode of trying to figure out why and what. Comes down, I said we got to rebuild the carb. There's something going on with fuel delivery, and with the needle had been stuck in the primary float bowl. I just passed down. It's time to do a rebuild on the carb, which I'm still comfortable with that. I don't feel bad about that. We get it back. Base plate gaskets were pretty well tossed. You got a base plate gasket, then you've got a steel plate, and then a base plate gasket. And the steel plate has the arm for the linkage on it that comes up from behind for the detent. It's got a overbuilt 700R in it. So I had one of those gaskets came with the kit. I went and grabbed another one. We were there from 10 till almost 4 and didn't resolve his issues. I cracked open the regulator, fuel regulator. We got all Summit, Proform, or Summit Racing fuel pump and fuel pressure regulator. I cracked it open because it had been rebuilt. New spring, new diaphragm, and the little set screw on the top cap just didn't seem to be hitting nothing. From what I understood of regulators, and I did find out that I was right, my knowledge of regulators, they work like a welding regulator, essentially. All regulators are pretty much the same. You got a diaphragm, you got a little thing that you screw in to increase the pressure, screw out to decrease the pressure, so forth, voila. Oh, and I tore it down. We were getting fuel. Very little, but we're getting fuel. Enough to just let it ramp up and fall on its face. And, just a second here. The kids were in the midst of a meltdown. I'm back. Fixed it. We'll see how long that lasts. They're usually very good, but they have their moments, of course. So I cracked the regulator open, and I actually poked the check ball in the bottom of the regulator. Basically, a check ball, you push it down against the spring below it. It lets fuel up into the carburetor. So I think I reseated that. It's firmly closed now. What happened was there was a cap, what they call a spring guide, missing off the top of the regulator. Off the top of the spring at the top of the regulator. So that set screw just went down in the air. It did nothing. Okay. I looked for it for over an hour. Street Rodder, Kenny, he found it in about 45 seconds. Another buddy, Ryan Rosendale, he's a machinist in Nebraska. Check him out if you get the chance. Hell of a nice guy. He found a little more information. Took a little bit longer, but I don't know how Kenny does it. And he did this on his phone. I'm on my laptop. So I got to thank both those gentlemen for finding diagrams so I know what I'm missing. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at, really. I looked at the owner and said, looks like something is missing. I don't know what, but there should be a plate or something for that screw to push down against to give pressure to the spring to open things up. That's where I was at. I was baffled, confused, and frankly pissed off at this point. Aside from building the carburetor, I was out 8 hours of my life chasing problems. I'm not mad at the car. I'm not mad at the owner. I'm not, you know. I was just annoyed overall. So you can imagine if I'm annoyed after 8 hours, this owner's been chasing these problems for months. We'll get them straightened out. We've had some odd commissions lately. I'm going to do a field trip here, hopefully in the next week. This bar called Shotgun Betty's in West Glen, out in West Des Moines, is opening up. We got the call to build door pulls. They look like double barrel shotguns. Well, the prototype was just too big and bulky and substantial. So my son's got a toy shotgun now, I guess. We're going to actually take and paint all the metal on it bright orange, just for precautionary measures, because at 5 feet it looks real to any uneducated eye. But I will say, man, you guys all have been burning up the feedback column. I answer everything I can. I try to stay engaged with everybody. I enjoy the hell out of it. Looks like sporadic thumbs down hater guy has taken a vacation. Generally speaking, I don't even dignify someone's negative comments with a response. It's just not worth it. You know, the old adage of evil begets evil. If I feed into this guy's ego, it just gets worse. And I'm not saying I'm some beautiful angel. I got my faults, and the list is long. But on the same sense, if you're out here participating in this public, you know, in our little social circle, at least have the goddamn decency to have something positive to say. And if you're really going to chew someone's ass, put up some original new content. Show us what you're doing. Show us why you are such an authority to say I suck. I don't think that's too much to ask, do you? But in all, man, I love conversing with y'all. Zig, I see you're back in action. I apologize, I haven't watched you. As of right now, shooting this, I haven't watched your vid yet. I will. I keep up with as many videos as possible. So, kind of new right now, the viewership has gone up an astounding amount. This is video 100 right here. This is our centennial broadcast, as it were. This is the 100th video I've posted. And that's kind of a proud benchmark for me. And there's some videos in there that are fluff bullshit, I reckon. But by and large, I try to add something, give something as far as content or purpose, or at least my delusions of wisdom to y'all. You know, we've got 100 videos up, which I think is fantastic and amazing. And there was a benchmark I wanted to reach long ago when I first started my channel, and I realized shortly thereafter it was unrealistic to get 100 videos up in the span of time I wanted originally. But we're there now, which is really kind of cool. I'm hoping to work out some minor format changes. You know, feedback from you folks on what you want to see, things that'll help. You know, just let me know. Keep that coming in. Let me know, what do you want to see up on the channel. My buddy Kenny out in Kentucky wants to see unwrapping of a car. I usually have it all unwrapped before, and I don't shoot footage while I'm unwrapping a car. Truth be told, a lot of them are unwrapped while they're still tacky. I guess I get in a hurry. That, and in some cases you want to pull tape when it's still laying out in certain areas. that are, abutting. When you got tape abutting a painted area that it could bridge and tear, there's nothing worse. And sometimes there's no way to tuck or wrap or avoid the potential of bridging. But as far as content and stuff, just let me know. Even if I don't know about it, if you ask me to show something I know nothing about, I'll figure out how it works and show you my take on it. I'm not out here trying to present myself as an authority on really anything, but I'll happily show you how I tackle those issues and problems, or discuss with you how I tackle those issues and problems. Right now, I'm actually starting a canvassing in this area I'm going to start with my primary vendors and move out. I got politely turned down temporarily by one vendor. He may not financially own his shop anymore in the near future, so he doesn't want to make any commitments that can't be upheld. But he was interested, which then in turn sparks a lot of questions of, who could I get down on this? And quite frankly, I'm looking for merchandise sponsors. I'd like to bring once a week somebody in with a product or an item, some new material to work with, whatever. We'll set up more in a television format, Today, we've got so-and-so here with such and such. And give them a 15-minute spot, if you will. And I wouldn't do it particularly for free. I'd want something, with them. What's in it for me? If I'm going to go out there and plug your shop, your space, whatever, I would certainly like reciprocation, but I don't need a paycheck. Give me stuff. I'm simple. Consumables are the one thing that eat up my budgets. So I'm actually on the search for merchandise sponsorships. Like I said, the one, very interested, unable to move on anything currently. So we're going to step that search up here in the next week or so. Business is just, numbers are so tight right now. I'm not getting ahead. I'm falling further behind, sadly. We got things stepping in the right direction. So let's see what we can do there. I did learn my lesson with having the stereo up too loud in the background. If you guys listen to my videos, you'll catch some of the oddest stuff out there. I got anywhere from Tom Petty to Tom Waits to Slayer to Susie and the Banshees. I've played it all. iPod on and go. I keep getting hemmed up with third-party content because it's playing in the background, that's alright, whatever. We're not going to get hung up on all that. Oh, I wonder if Kenny Miller's up. So there's a lot going on, a lot changing. See if I'm going to get him or a voice machine. So Kenny's still in bed. Maybe he got some sleep. I know he's been running on sleep deficit lately. Oh well, I want to chat with him and horror, but that's cool. So really, 100th episode, Chevelle headaches. Jeremy's moved toolboxes in, and I had boxes upon boxes of old sockets, wrenches, and otherwise Craftsman and cheap Taiwan and whatever. So we got him set up pretty decent, 1/4, 3/8, half-inch rails of tools. I went through my box and pulled out. I had 2 panel poppers, threw one at him, gasket scraper, Alright folks, that's a cue for me to wrap it up because they're at war. So I'm going to go separate Rowan and Ivy. You folks have a great day. Go out and do something fabulous. Tell me about it.